Well, we have seen something spectacular in the ICC World Cup qualifiers. Yes, breaking news. The Dutch, the Oranje, they are now the 10th and final team in the ICC, 9th and 10th team in the ICC World Cup in India in 2023. It is Sri Lanka and the Netherlands. And the Netherlands have achieved this in the most spectacular manner possible. In the game against confronting Scotland at this point in time was 200 even, and it was thanks to the all-round exploits of Bas de Leede. Now let me tell you what exactly Bas de Leede has done. In the first innings, he took 5 for 52, and this came despite Brendan McMullen's century that he made, along with a brilliant partnership he shared with Richie Berrington. So McMullen and Berrington's partnership ensured that they got to 277. But then Netherlands were found struggling. Max O'Dowd and Vikramjit Singh tried to ensure that the innings started off very well, but then they stuttered in the middle overs. Tejan Ninamaru, Scott Edwards, they all tried to give the innings momentum. But at this point in time, they were struggling and Scotland were really in the ascendancy. Then came a brilliant partnership that happened between Bas de Leede and with his other partners. So Bas de Leede, in addition to the 5 wickets that he took, he also scored a magnificent 123. And in the last couple of overs, he hit 20 runs of mark of Chris Soule's over. Another 20-run over. Towards the fag end, Scotland were really bogged down by Netherlands' power hitting, and Bas de Leede has ensured 123 plus 5 wickets. The Dutch are making the trip to India along with Sri Lanka. It is truly a remarkable effort because if you look at it, Netherlands were always playing catch-up in the entire ICC World Cup qualifiers. Remember, Netherlands, when they started out, they got over the line in an epic chase against West Indies, 374, and it was Teja Nidamaru's century and Logan Van Beek's magnificent knock that ensured that they got over the line in what was an absolute thriller, 374 against the West Indies. And then Logan Van Beek's exploits towards the fag end when he blasted 30 runs in the super over meant that Netherlands were on the course of reaching the World Cup. Then a big obstacle happened to them when Sri Lanka dented their confidence. And that's why when Sri Lanka won, Netherlands were in a precarious position. They needed 2 results going their way. One, Scotland beating Zimbabwe, and Zimbabwe also losing to Sri Lanka. Both happened. Scotland defeated Zimbabwe, which knocked them out, and Scotland also defeated the West Indies, which knocked them out. Then Sri Lanka, on the other hand, got wins against both. So that is why it was an epic situation. In this game now, it was a virtual shootout. The equation now for Netherlands was get it in 44.1 overs. Guess what? They got it in 43 overs. And that is the reason why this victory for Netherlands continues their magnificence when you look at qualifying and when you look at whatever is at stake in the tournament. This kind of a knock and this kind of a chase kind of reminds me to the 2014 ICC World T20 qualifiers that was there in Sylhet against Ireland. Remember, Netherlands, in order to make it to the final, the main World T20 event, they had to score 114.1 overs. And the Irish were absolutely decimated. Once by Stefan Myburgh, Tom Cooper, and the likes of Wesley Baresi, all scoring brilliant knocks. And Ireland were blown away. Netherlands managed to chase down 190 in that 2014 match. Here, 278 on a very sluggish wicket was not easy. The Netherlands somehow kept themselves in touch. The asking rate went up to close to 7 runs an over. Bas de Leede take about 5 wickets and 123. What a sensational effort this is. And because of that, we now know our 2 teams. The final 2 teams in the ICC World Cup 2023. It is the Sri Lankans and the Netherlands. What a fantastic exhibition by the Dutch. And remember, the Dutch have given us plenty of joy in the last couple of years when you look at it. ICC events. 2009 and 2014, they defeated England in both the T20 matches. Then in 2022, they knocked South Africa out, and that is why Pakistan could make it. And I'll take some comments now. Aditya Kavlekar saying, Bas the lead, spare a thought for Scotland. They just needed to avoid a big loss to make it to the World Cup. Maybe lost an important toss. Oh, yes. I mean, Aditya Kavlekar, I agree with you. I mean, Scotland were indeed the darlings of the ICC World Cup qualifiers. They had beaten three full nations: Ireland, West Indies, and then Zimbabwe. But then it was a bridge too far for the Netherlands, and that's why now they have beaten Scotland. Just one loss, just one or two losses in a World Cup qualifier, and because of that, it is done. So Sri Lanka and Netherlands will play in the final on 9th July, but it is now inconsequential because now we know who the two teams are. Bas de Leed's century has trumped Brendan McMullen's century, and his 5-wicket haul has ensured that the Oranje are the 10th and the final team to India in the ICC World Cup 2023. So after an end of a arduous 2-year cycle, we finally have our 10 teams in the ICC World Cup. South Africa already made it as the last qualifying team in the automatic selection. And Abhinav Gupta is saying this is not even Netherlands' full squad. What an inspiring campaign. Indeed, Abhinav Gupta, I mean, the way how they had to fight the odds, especially after their loss to Sri Lanka, which put them in the situation, ensured that they are made of sterner stuff when you look at it. And that is why full credit to Netherlands. What a brilliant fight they have shown. No, Aditya Kavlekar, I'm not driving. I luckily have my producer par excellence, Anurag, who's here at this time. He volunteered to drive, and that's why I'm doing this live with you guys. So that's the situation we are having now. Congratulations to the Netherlands. What a brilliant exhibition. Bas de Leed, take a bow. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live, and don't forget, STPL Match 4 is about to begin. So join us for that as well. I'll be on comm duties. So thank you so much, and Insta pages also for all the latest updates. Thank you.